This is the entire new Ninjago wave, but I bought it only to show you the coolest ways to fix your minifigures and make the worst Ninjago minifigures the best. Let's go. Okay, so in the last video we fixed Empress Beatrix, the head of Imperium. But talking about leadership, for our next fix we'll need Lord Ras. He appears to be second in command in the military of Imperium, until Beatrix locks him up and Raptor became her right hand. But that shouldn't restrict us from upgrading him. You see, LEGO made an almost perfect figure for him. Accurate legs, accurate torso and a brilliant head mold. They even gave him arm printing. I mean, that alone should already raise him to an S tier. Except that LEGO just forgot to print the teeth of their molds. It's the case with all the recent Ninjago minifigures, and it isn't that they couldn't do it. Because back in the day, they were also able to print all the teeth of the snakes. And also the latest Orc has printed teeth. So I am hardcore confused why they stopped adding that detail on the Ninjago minifigures. And it's also why I have to make Ras an F tier. But let me tell you one thing. That issue will now make every friend of yours envious because you will have an accurate Ras and they won't. Unless you tell them about this video. So let's get a game plan. We need to know exactly what we need to fix. And that is why I got you some reference images. Now we can successfully determine that his hammer is more like a cooking ladle than a fearful weapon. But what's most offsetting are his missing teeth. So let's change that. I'll take my white acrylic color and paint the teeth. This process is like boiling rice. You don't need to do a thing, but I'd say we've cooked ourselves a pretty good looking Ras right now. But we can even make him more spicy by adding a bit of gold to the bottom and side of his legs. Now they match better to the arms, because those are printed as well. Another very tiny detail is a small blob of grey on his nose. It's not much, but makes his snout pop so much more. But what have I told you about the cooking ladle? Sorry, I mean hammer. It's a bit confusing, sorry. Anyways, we can't leave this item like that. The top is too big, whereas the bar is too small and the wrong color. So I'll take a small black bar and attach the golden lightsaber hilt on the top. Now I'll add a golden stud with a hole in the middle. And for the hammer itself, I found two 1x1 studs I can combine with the orange G-slopes of the original hammer. Now this hammer is already looking good, but if I add a bit of color, we should be able to turn it into the GOAT of all the weapons. The process is simple, but crucial, to make the weapon as accurate as possible. First paint the G-slopes almost entirely golden. Only leave a small section of orange. That will symbolize the energy line on his hammer. It's probably also the same energy he used to defeat a dragon with a single blow. I bet it comes from dragon energy. Okay, so once this is done, take a small brush and make those black outlines on the hammer. They are definitely the hardest thing on the entire figure, but definitely worth it. Now take a golden pin and attach it to the slot on the back of his chest plate. This way, Ras is 100% accurate, since he can transport his hammer on his back. And now it's time for a small commercial. Introducing Lord Ras. Raised by nature and trained by a black belt warrior, he thrived to become a formidable warrior. With a single blow of his dragon energy powered hammer, he can defeat an almighty dragon. Available only by watching this video and stopped only by upgrading the ninjas. Don't miss out on that opportunity by pressing the subscribe button. See ya!